Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So we're back here today with another Apocalypse Horseman video, and we're jumping into some real alliance war today with Gambit. So Gambit has this new Horseman synergy here, and basically each kinetic charge grants him 10% of perfect block up to 100%. And he's also going to be gaining those charges faster when you hold block. So I went into Alliance War, scouted it out, off-season, not the biggest deal in the world at all, and I saw a Path 5 with Dr. Doom and 2 Nick Furies on it, and I was like, let's test out this Gambit synergy, man. We got Gambit at rank 1. First, we gotta win a fight with Apocalypse, that's why we brought Sinister here, and we have a Dr. Doom on the Ebb and Flow knockdown node. So this fight alone is a decently difficult fight here, and we brought our Apocalypse up to rank 5 for this video alone. I wasn't going to do that for a bit, but I figured, why not, man? He's going up eventually. Let's bring him up. We got to win one fight with Apocalypse. This seems like a good one to do that in, and yeah, so Apocalypse actually did really well in this fight. I was very impressed with him. You'll notice that at the end of the fight, I do have, decently low health, but that's only because Dr. Doom's block penetration is just so high and so heavy that, unless you're using like Captain America Infinity War, when you're blocking this much against this guy, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. So it's really not like, you can't look at Apocalypse's health after this fight here and be like, oh, he's so squishy. It's Dr. Doom, and Dr. Doom is a pain on defense for a lot of reasons, and one of them is his block penetration, man. It's just way too high. It really is on defense. But yeah, I mean, he's really rinsing this Dr. Doom, dude. So one thing about Apocalypse is that he has so much damage over time from the debuffs, and also he has that concussion there. That concussion works for about 35%, so you'll notice that sometimes Dr. Doom won't go unblockable. He won't activate his aura, which is really cool. We got 4 debuffs on this guy. He's kind of like Void, just taking him down. Really cool, man. All his heavy attacks are just refreshing, all those. I really like playing Apocalypse, man. So a lot of people have been asking, is it viable to make a champion a horseman in Alliance War? I think so. All you gotta do is bring Sinister or Cable or Kang with you, do one fight with Apocalypse, and then you're gonna be using that horseman probably for the rest of the fight. So we have Nick Fury here, Ebb and Flow knockdown, and also heavy hitter. This is a very hard fight. This is a fight that myself, Brian Grant, Cam, FaZe in my battle group, all of us, I don't know if Cam took it, but all of us have died to this Nick Fury here using Omega Red, which is some of our main champions here. And we're going to be doing it with a rank 1 6-star Cable today, man. So what makes this so hard is that, when he's in his second life, well, first of all, he has that Fury and he starts hitting so hard, even harder than Dr. Doom, and also you can't bait out. Look at that. You can't bait out the heavy attack and hit him after that. So we're going to test out this Horseman synergy today, which at 10 stacks gives us 100% perfect block, and that counts towards his special 2, towards his special 1, towards all of his basic combos. Watch this. Boom. Perfect block on the special 2, and then we got rid of the stubborn. So watch this. The entire special 1, look at all those perfect blocks. Look at all of them, dude. Now, this Nick Fury is running recoil here, but that's not the biggest deal in the world, man. In total, that's like 5, 10, 15, 20% damage was taken off by his recoil. That's like 1 or 2 more combos. Look at this. Boom. Perfect block, 0. I didn't even parry. I didn't parry that gunshot, man. I just held block, and that was it. That was it, dude. This synergy is kind of ridiculous, man. It's kind of incredibly overpowered because, unless I really mess up, I'm really not going to be taking too much damage here. And a great thing here when Gambit is the horseman and you're running suicides, he's going to be 100% resistant to bleed. So he's going to be, just healing from suicides at the beginning of the fights here. So another thing, man, another thing to keep in mind here is that I'm, missing a lot of damage with Gambit, because with Gambit you want to use a heavy attack and activate the 10 prowess effects, but you can't do that if you want to keep the perfect block up. But I feel like that's a fair trade-off, man. Now here is I got parried here, and I took a lot of damage, but ignore that. So here is where the fight gets really hard usually, because you can't stun him anymore, and you can't punish his heavy attack, and if he were to toss off the special 2 and you dex, he's gonna go indestructible, and you have to take a hit. But watch this, man. We just take the hit. we block the hit, and then we go right in, man, and we can use a special attack and whatnot, and we can just block his mediums and take absolutely no damage. Look at this. We're parrying. We parried 2 of his hits. Look, parry. No damage at all. We're in the corner now. Parry, parry. We parried both mediums, and that's how we ended the fight, man. That's kind of insane. So let's go back here. Let's take a look at this, man. When I got that parry, when that parry happened, I was at 81% health. If that didn't happen, I used one more special attack after that, I would have gotten this Nick Fury down on one of the hardest nodes in all of Alliance War with a rank 1 Gambit at 76% health. So that's very, very impressive to me, and I was incredibly impressed. Seriously so impressed with this synergy, man. It's very, very overpowered in my opinion, because this can, like, this is like, we're doing this, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like this fight was a cakewalk for me. Like, it's definitely a difficult fight still, even with Gambit. You're not gonna just roll through it, but like, that perfect block, man, it lets you block everything. It's crazy. So we went up against another Nick Fury here. We're taking it linked just to prove that last one wasn't a fluke. We got our 10 charges, and now we're gonna go to town, man. He even has a passive Fury that's increasing his attack by, I think, 100%, because I have 3 debuffs on me. I also have long distance relationship, so I'm not going to be hitting too hard. And also he has strike back now because he's linked. He has 2 links on him. So this Nick Fury is even more stacked. He also has power alternator. Look at this, man. Perfect block, that special too. You don't got to worry about stubborn if you're just blocking everything, man. So, you know, I would love to take this Gambit up against like a Dr. Doom boss. That'd be really crazy, man. Just block the whole special too. That'd be interesting to see. But yeah, man, block Nick Fury special 2. Something really, really annoying happened here, by the way, and I'll show you in just a second. Right here, my phone's starting to overheat, man, and I'm so glad this didn't happen during the Alliance War season. I paused the game. I was like, holy crap, man, I don't want to die like this. And I waited for a bit, and I went back in, and it was still lagging. Look at this lag. Look at this. My phone was so hot. It was like 80 degrees, man. And I was like, oh my god. I backed to the corner. I paused again. I waited like 30 seconds this time. I was like, I don't want to die like this. And it was a little less laggy. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and, you know, dex out of this heavy attack. And then I said, let me pause one more time. That made it better. Let me wait a little bit here. And then I went in and I took a combo, which is so unfortunate, man. It's just, that fight was going so well. I think it would have been even better than the first one. I think we would have gotten through that fight just as well, man. So I just quit out of here. I said, all right, let's go in here and let's test Apocalypse some more, man. Let's finish this fight off with Apocalypse. Let's see how he does. So keep in mind, Apocalypse here is a stubborn defender and a stubborn attacker, so he benefits from the new stubborn attacker tactics, and it's actually pretty good, because it's really good for like this matchup, by the way, because it'll let you like stack those destructible charges, and then when we get into the second life, you don't have to worry about not dexing his special too. So that's going to be really, really nice here. You know, you still can't, you know, punish him because he goes passively unstoppable here, but we don't have to worry about like not dexing his special too, so that's cool. So we just have to wait for an opening here. As you can see, Apocalypse isn't as squishy as he was against Dr. Doom. We're taking a lot of blocked hits here, and we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good on health. We went in here very, very low on health, and if Apocalypse was awakened at Sig 200, he would have shot up to like 70% health too. So I'd like to get him awakened eventually. I don't know if I want to use a gem yet, but yeah, he rinsed right through this Nick Fury, man, which is a very, very hard fight. Like I said, I'm just gonna go in and we're gonna nuke him down with the special 1 now. So yeah, man, really, really fun bringing Apocalypse to Alliance War, man. I'm glad I took him up to rank 5 for to test that out. Super fun testing out Gambit, dude. That was awesome. That was really, really cool. I'd love to like bring Cable in, but my Cable's rank 1 on the live server. I'm not going to be ranking him up for a bit, for a couple, probably like 2 months or so, but I'd like to get him up to at least rank 4. What else, man? I'd like to try Archangel as well. Maybe Magneto as a horseman, see how good he is as a horse. I feel like he's good enough without the horseman ability. But yeah, dude, Apocalypse is awesome, man. I feel like making somebody a horseman in Alliance War is going to be very, very viable. At first, I didn't think so, because I was like, oh, well, you have to kill a mutant, and people don't place mutants. because of Corvus, but then I was like, well, if you're using a horseman, you're probably like only going to be using that horseman for like your path 2, and maybe like a couple mini bosses. So I feel like you could sacrifice like one spot on the team for Cable or Sinister or Kang, and then bring Apocalypse along, and then use Apocalypse for your first fight, whoever it is, because Apocalypse is a very versatile attacker, and then use your horseman for the rest of it, and then maybe even use Apocalypse as well, because Apocalypse is great, dude. But yeah, man, that's going to be it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Really glad we got to test out Apocalypse in some high-tier, Tier 1 Alliance War against some really stacked defenders on one of the hardest paths on the map. If you enjoyed this, if you want to see some more Apocalypse War videos, let me know. I'll see what I can do there. No promises, though, because you don't know what we're going to find in the off-season, and I'm probably not going to be using him much in the regular season. But anyway, my dudes, that's going to be it for this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like, leave a comment what you think, and subscribe if you want to see some more content just like this coming to you very soon. I'll be seeing you around.